special episode of the Xbox Passport presented by Xbox Canada, the podcast all about the best value in gaming, Xbox Game Pass. I'm Steve Saylor, and joining me on this voyage is my friend and yours from Girls on Games podcast, Leah Jewer. Leah, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. Really excited for today.
Yes, and today we actually have, like I said, a very special episode because we have Lee Pederson, executive producer of Minecraft Legends from Blackbird Interactive, joining us today. Thanks for coming on the show, Lee. You must be very, very excited so close to like launching Minecraft Legends.
Very excited. Tuesday, April 18th is when we're in stores. We're so excited.
Amazing. So if you don't mind us asking, we have like this kind of like this sort of icebreaker kind of question. And now besides Minecraft Legends, what game are you currently playing right now?
I'm playing Pentiment. I'm loving it.
Ooh. What are you liking about that so far?
It's just so different, I think, from anything else I've ever played. I love the narrative. I love the art style. I love everything about it. The audio, it's so great.
Amazing. So why don't you tell us a little bit kind of like about yourself and what you do at Blackbird, and if you want to throw in there how you got started in gaming.
Sure, that sounds great. So I started in gaming in 1996 when I graduated from university. I had written my undergrad thesis on girls who play video games, and when I moved back to Vancouver from the East Coast, there was a job posting for a QA tester at Radical Entertainment, and so I applied and somehow got the job, and then within a couple of years I was running the QA department, and that was a while ago. And I've been out of QA and into production. I'm mostly doing production in gaming studios around Vancouver since then. At Blackbird Interactive, I've been here for almost 5 years exactly, and being as the executive producer on Minecraft Legends.
Very cool. All right, so why don't you tell us kind of a little bit about I guess the history of Blackbird Interactive. What's the history of the studio?
So the studios has had a very interesting background. It started in the garage of our CEO, Rob Cunningham, about 12 years ago. They started with Deserts of Karak, which is a homeworld game. Since then, we've grown from the 12 people, I think, in the garage to we're over 300 staff in the studio now, working on multiple projects. So the studio has a kind of RTS and strategy background, and that's sort of why Microsoft and Mojang came to us to pitch on Minecraft Legends.
Pretty awesome. And one of the things that we were pretty stoked about in getting a chance to speak to you and then hearing about the development of Minecraft Legends is the fact that it's built here in Canada, which, you know, considering we're here, we're like, that's fantastic. So how does the Canadian video game development scene differ from other places?
My whole career has been here in the Vancouver scene, so I don't know if I can speak for other countries or areas, but certainly I think the Vancouver scene specifically is a really tight-knit community. There's lots of little studios, there's big studios like EA, there's big mobile studios, lots of very interesting creative things, and also big huge franchises like FIFA get produced here. The community itself is very tight-knit. There's people I'm working with on Minecraft Legends that I worked with at there's 3 people right now I worked with in 1997 on my team right now. So people that you dip in and out of studios, connecting, creating new studios out of studios, and really creating this kind of really interesting ecosystem and support system for devs.
Now, one of the things about the show, we just started the podcast, but one of the games that we both, Lee and I, kind of had recently started to play, because it just sort of, you know, pops up in sort of the, hey, why don't you try this out on Game Pass? And it was one that you all developed, which was Hard Space Shipbreaker. And this is before we even thought about we even knew that we were going to be interviewing you all today. So and so obviously, yeah, like we wanted to kind of know what was sort of like to kind of like working on that game, and what did you learn from working on Shipbreaker that you kind of took into Minecraft Legends?
Shipbreaker was developed by a different team within the studio, so I wasn't involved in that, so I can't speak a lot to that, but definitely moving on to Game Pass and the learnings from early access. were definitely things that went back into the studio and went back into development practices here, and the learnings from moving on to Game Pass, and also just definitely the learnings from a kind of a dev team perspective for early access, and the challenges and benefits there. So for us, we always knew we were going to be on Game Pass, being a Microsoft Mojang game and collaboration. So that was always in the plan for us, but we're definitely excited to be on Game Pass and to have so many people be able to play the game, not having to go to a store and pay money to buy a retail one, to be able to play it, to see it, to open it up to different audiences and a bigger community. It's really exciting for us.
I think as well too, like what I love is that, again, kind of like with studios like yours, is that yes, the Game Pass is there, and it's great for players to be able to jump in and enjoy, but also in the fact that like you can be able to also buy and support buy the game and support the studio that way. So I definitely like love that sort of like is an option there for you, and also like it's great kind of like ecosystem, and I love to be able to see that.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really exciting time, I think, too, and there's a lot of excitement around Game Pass for Legends. So,
have you been working on Minecraft Legends since its fruition about 5 years ago?
I've been at the studio since August of 2018, and the game started. The pitch was signed, I believe, in January of 2018. So I've been there almost since the beginning, but not since day one. There's about 10 people on the team who have been there since day one, but
okay,
the bulk of it, yeah.
Yeah, so like we've got obviously, the world that we live in, we've been through a lot over the past 5 or so years, and you've obviously dealt with a lot of that while working on this game. Can you talk to us a little bit about that process and like how you had to adapt during COVID pandemic and things like that?
For sure, yeah. So when we started out in 2018, we grew from 30 people, and then our peak in 2021 is 125. So we were still growing when the pandemic hit. And of course, there were very few people, if any, who were working from home at that point. All of a sudden you had to pick up a 120 person team and work remotely, in the course of a couple days. So it was a big challenge for the studio, but I think it was a big challenge because obviously it impacted everybody, and publishers, developers, and the world at large. So everybody was going through the same challenges at the same time. So I think there was a lot of empathy for people and space for people, and a real concerted effort to try to make the process as painless as possible, and try to make people's experiences as painless as possible from working from home, and also trying to collaborate totally remotely and online was a new thing for us. But I think our efforts were very focused as a studio and as a team, and I think we managed to get up to our previous kind of efforts in terms of collaboration and kind of teamwork pretty quickly. So we've been working more from home in this hybrid now space than we did in the previous time. So I think it was like 2 years and then 3 years of working from home. So it's been a bit of a hard challenge, I think. But I think that would be the same for anybody, really, whether you're in video games or not. The pandemic
Sure.
was a huge challenge for people.
What was it like, kind of like being able to kind of go back to the studio for the first time after being at home for quite a while?
It was really strange to go back in, and there's like cups of coffee that people have left on their desks, and
oh my gosh,
lots of tea and things. Yeah, just like weird stuff where you're like, oh wow, I left this thinking, at the time we were like, oh, it's going to be a couple weeks, maybe a month tops. So the first time we were allowed to come back into the studio was a bit strange, but now it's, we have people working, some people working full-time from the office, but most people kind of do a hybrid. But we try to do kind of concerted days in the studio for events, for lunches, for celebrations. Like we'll be in the studio on the 18th to have some pizza and have some champagne and celebrate the launch of Legends. So we're trying to tether the team to the studio on certain days to kind of create some more community. And also, there's people who were hired into the studio who had never stepped foot in the studio because, it all happened remotely.
For sure. Yeah, I love that. And so obviously Minecraft is something that y'all are very passionate about. I mean, we definitely saw that during the Microsoft Xbox Developer Direct recently, and just some of the other materials we've seen. But also, like, this isn't not only your only Minecraft game. In that, obviously, we know that the team also kind of helped develop Minecraft Earth along with Legends. So, what were some of the things that you learned while either the team was working on Earth that you were able to incorporate into the development of Legends, or was there a bit of like kind of vice versa, like kind of collaboration between the two during that time?
So Minecraft, the work on Minecraft Earth, which was really, we had a small team working on a co-dev project for a couple features, happened after Minecraft Legends had been in production, and it was because of our relationship with Mojang that the Minecraft Earth opportunity came about, and we had a small team on that during the development process. I think it's really, I don't know if one game informed the other or vice versa, but certainly our working relationship with Microsoft and Mojang expanded during that time to a broader group of people. That's a different group of people who are responsible for Earth and for Legends at Microsoft and in Redmond and in Stockholm. So certainly just expanded our relationships, built out a broader relationships with more people within Mojang, and gave us some more insight into how the broader business works, I think, and the broader game development works at Mojang in Redmond.
How was it working with Mojang?
They're great. I love them. That sounds overly enthusiastic, I know, but it's been a fantastic relationship. With the 5 years, we've built just such amazing, I think, trust and friendships and relationships across art and design and production and QA and user research and marketing and communications and technology. I think our leadership team here and the leadership team both in Redmond and Stockholm have been really focused on building out those relationships and building out that trust. And when you're working on something that's as big as the thing we're working on, you need to have that trust and that kind of creative and artistic and design kind of space to be able to kind of push the boundaries and to figure out where the game's going to go. And because we have been building that out for so long, I think where we are is beautiful. I'm really excited about people being able to play the game. I think it's just the fruits of all of those years working together.
I love that.
It's such a creative bunch over there too. Like every time you see like the Minecraft live events, which you guys got to participate in, like it always looks so exciting. As a long-term Minecraft fan, I was super stoked when Minecraft Legends got announced, because it's just such a cool project, the concept of bringing the two together.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so exciting. Pete Gann, who's our game director on Legends, and myself, we did get to go to Stockholm for Minecraft Live, as you mentioned, and it's hard to describe how big a production it is and how exciting it was and how kind of privileged we were and how felt to be a part of that. It is live. It's a massive production of the day of and the kind of all the stuff leading up to it and all the rehearsals and everything. But it's such a great it was such a great opportunity, and I really hope we get invited back next year.
I think it definitely will. Just seeing the kind of the hype for Legends, I think there definitely will be a very long-term relationship there. Now, I wanted to actually ask, because obviously the Minecraft IP is like his sort of, in a way, it kind of hits that sort of game developer brain in my that I have, in that it has kind of like this sort of engine where you can kind of, there's so many different genres and so many different types of games that kind of can be created just from the basic concept of Minecraft. So what inspired the team to be like mixing the world of Minecraft with sort of the action strategy genre?
So the pitch came about from Mojang themselves, and it was some of the people at Mojang's love of strategy games and wanting to kind of bring strategy to Minecraft and create a strategy game within Minecraft, rather than kind of putting a Minecraft kind of veneer on a strategy game. And then it came to Blackbird, and we have a provenance of RTS and strategy experience. So the pitch that we gave back to them, was built out. We built out a bunch of Lego, and it was all very really enthusiastic, because we do have such big Minecraft fans here, and the opportunity to be able to try to put together a pitch requested by Mojang was so, again, such a great opportunity, and people were really enthusiastic about it, and that I think struck a nerve with the Mojang leadership team, and we were given the pitch.
What I love about Minecraft, especially because folks come to me all the time, what can I play with my kids? What can I do? I'm new to video games. What do I do? And I'm like, Minecraft is a perfect way for you to start. And it's played by people of all ages. How are you taking Minecraft Legends and making it approachable for everybody?
So the broad audience for Minecraft was definitely at the forefront in all of the kind of conversations and all the discussions we've ever really had on Legends. And we are wanting to make sure that, parents could play with their kids, exactly what you're talking about, and that there was stuff that was appealing for more, maybe more mature strategy enthusiasts as well. So definitely, we've got difficulty levels within the campaign. We have a pretty robust tutorial and first-time user experience. We have for PvP, we also have a tutorial space. So, people can go in and learn how to play without, having to play against to other people so that they can get more comfortable. There's also just lots of things you can do within Legends, within the campaign. You don't have to engage with the piglins right away. You can wander around. You can make friends with creepers and skeletons and zombies. You can go, see and discover lots of amazing things in the world itself before you decide to engage with the piglins.
Yeah, the PvP side was the one that I was kind of curious about, considering like you could have anybody from any different level kind of jumping in there right away. Some folks who understand all the complexities of the games, or someone who's brand new with it. Does that change how you plan a PvP mode?
Definitely took that into account when we were thinking about how we wanted to bring PvP into Legends. Definitely, some of the great things about PvP is that you can play a bunch of different roles. You can be, you can go and resource, you can attack the piglins, you can build defenses, you can go and unlock the mobs. So there's lots of roles you can play. So you don't have to always be the potentially the aggressor against the piglins, or anything that seems maybe more complicated certainly for younger players, or players who are still getting kind of used to the game itself and the game mechanics.
Awesome. Now, we've seen a little bit so far of the co-op and sort of the PvP aspects. Can you talk a little bit about kind of what the solo experience would be like?
Yeah, the solo experience is I think a great experience. I don't think you have to play with friends, although I think that's fun as well. Certainly, the campaign itself is a narrative-driven experience. There's a really great storyline with the hosts and with the piglins and with the hordes, and there's some amazing cinematics and cutscenes and lots to explore. So as well, with being a procedurally generated world, every campaign that you start is going to be different. Things are going to be laid out in a different way. The bases are going to be laid out in a different way. So I think there's always kind of a freshness to playing single player, if that's what you prefer to do.
Awesome. I love that.
One thing that's amazing about the Minecraft world too is just the community that's like garnered around it over the course of the past 10 plus years. And they've created like thousands of game modes even within Minecraft itself. And they're so super creative and continue to be. Is there any inspiration that you folks drew from anything that the community put together, or had any community feedback through the process?
So we know that the Minecraft community is very, very big and very enthusiastic and incredibly creative. And we always made sure that we were thinking about the community when we were developing the game too, that we want to make a game that the community is proud of and that the community wants to play. I'm definitely excited to see what the community will do with, just sort of remixing some of the stuff within the game itself and what they do with the game once it's out into the world. So definitely very respectful of the community and the kind of strength of it and the longevity of it as well.
Awesome. So, what are you looking forward for players to discover, like when they finally get their hands on Legends?
That's a great question. I'm just excited about it, the game being out in the world, and I want the players to kind of experience the joy of discovering all the kind of elements within the world and all the kind of beauty and all the little touches and the little animations and all the things that the whole team spent, the last 5 years putting all their heart and love into.
I love that. Even just seeing like some of the sort of materials that kind of are from the players have already kind of have been able to enjoy from the previews. It just looks so like it's like almost as if it's like, oh yeah, no, this is just the same Minecraft world. It's just that now we got like a kind of a fun game mode added to it. But I know that there's a lot of like heart and passion went into it in every little detail. So I'm really looking forward to trying that out myself.
Well, Lee, thank you so much. I know you've been super busy. Congratulations on coming so close to this launch. It's right around the corner. For folks who want to learn more about Minecraft Legends, where should they go?
So Minecraft Legends will be available online and in stores on April 18th, and we will be launching on Steam, on PC, on Xbox, on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Nintendo Switch.
Fantastic.
I love that. Well, Lee, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it and giving us some insights on Minecraft Legends. We can't wait to play it. We can't wait to jump in, and congratulations on game launches are hard, and we understand that. So we want to we appreciate all the hard work that you all have been doing at Blackbird and the team has been doing. So thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully we'll be able to chat with you soon about whatever the future might bring. We don't know.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much all for watching and listening to us today. If you want to be able to check us out, make sure to be able to listen to us on all podcast platforms and also on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/@SteveSaylor. Make sure to rate, review, all that good stuff. And we will see you all very soon because we got some more stuff happening this week. Some Canadian content. That's a good tease. Make sure to subscribe so you can be able to catch that out when it is live. Thanks so much for watching. And always remember, when everybody plays, we all win. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.